In order to have a negotiation, you have to have conversations. And I think it's apparent, abundantly clear, that there has been a great divide between the players and our commissioner or the league office in order to have productive conversations. And now Nafisa's statement that she made in her exit interview is accountability. WNBA players never want to throw out all the smoke. They don't. They only do it when necessary. They're always strategic. They're always calculated. You talk about the t-shirts they wore at All-Star. That was a collective decision. These are members of the executive committee of the WNBA making these statements. And obviously, they understand the magnitude of the moment.
This just happened. Adam Silver slams his hand on the table, leans forward, and locks eyes with Cathy. You crossed the line. 4 players. Secret orders. Threats. This ends right now. And in that exact second, the entire WNBA universe detonates. Before we go any further, buckle up. Because what you're about to hear is more explosive, more insane, and more chaotic than anything this league has ever imagined. In this alternate universe WNBA storyline, tension is already boiling. Players uneasy. Fans furious. Sponsors demanding answers. But absolutely no one was ready for the storm that was about to hit. Rumors spread like wildfire. 4 rising stars. Cut. No warning. No explanation. The league. Silent. The players. Shaken. The fans. Furious. Then the whispers start. This wasn't a simple roster decision. Someone ordered it. Someone wanted them gone. And suddenly, the entire league freezes. Reports claim fictional Cathy is fuming over player independence, shifting popularity, and locker room loyalty she can't control. So she allegedly sends out a special internal enforcer. A pressure agent meant to intimidate players, scare them, and quietly push them out. But things don't stay quiet.
And at the end of the day, she's worried about her. In all of her statements, it's all like, well, I got us here and I should. And Cathy, no one cares. Literally, no one cares. Like how you're sitting right there, that's how we feel every time she speaks. Every time she speaks, us as players, that's how we feel.
And, I think what people need to understand, we need great leadership in this time across all levels. This is a moment we have to capitalize on. So that's honestly what I would say. I think there's, Fee said it all with what she said. And, I think the points she made were...
One player leaks a voice note. Another leaks an email. A third goes live in tears. We weren't cut. We were targeted. And that's when everything flips upside down. Adam Silver enters this storyline like a shockwave. He cancels every meeting. Walks into League HQ unannounced. His face. Pure disbelief. He listens to the recordings. He reads the messages. He watches the players' emotional streams. Then he says the sentence that breaks the internet. If this is true, Cathy sabotaged the league. Now the real movie begins. Adam Silver storms into the executive conference room. Cathy looks up, calm, almost emotionless. Adam slams a folder on the table. 4 players. Internal pressure. Targeting rising stars. What were you thinking, Cathy? Fictional Cathy stands by her actions. I did what I had to. They were becoming bigger than the league.
Yesterday on First Take, you called for Cathy Engelbert's resignation from her role as WNBA commissioner. When you hear Caitlin Clark there, how does that strike you?
Doesn't strike me at all. Same reaction. Cathy Engelbert should resign as the commissioner of the WNBA. And the reason I said that, fellas, is because when a player, and I say that not in any kind of derogatory way, she was talking about Cathy Engelbert directly. She revealed private conversations, you understand, with quotes from this lady, the commissioner, about what she said that came across as dismissive, as derogatory, and unappreciative of the athletes that represent her league. And then the person I call the golden goose of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark, you understand, who is box office for the WNBA. Just look at the numbers, look at the ratings, look at everything. For her to come out and said, Fee said it all. She's letting you know that Napheesa Collier didn't lie. she didn't mince words, and she didn't misrepresent what the collective body of the league is feeling about this commissioner and her leadership. You cannot, and then the biggest point, guys, that I made yesterday, and this is the number one reason I called for Cathy Engelbert to resign. I don't care who it is. If somebody calls you out publicly and you're in a leadership position and you've been called out publicly and attacked that way, you don't give what I said was that weak ass response that Cathy Engelbert got. I'm going to say it again because people thought I stuttered just there. I don't know how because I don't stutter. Weak ass comment. I'm going to say it one more time. Weak ass comeback. That's what she did. When you were attacked like that, what you did was provide fodder to the belief that everything.
Adam freezes. Then he says the line that crushes the room. The players are the league. Silence. Thick. Heavy. Unavoidable. Adam Silver pushes back his chair, stands tall, and declares, "Cathy, you're suspended. Effective immediately." Gasps explode across the room. Security moves in. Phones come out. And within seconds, the entire moment becomes a viral earthquake. Fans gather outside HQ, shouting, crying, chanting, "Bring back the players!" Investigations ignite. And the truth inside this fictional universe hits hard. Cathy wanted complete control. Too much control. She saw powerful players as threats. Not stars. Not leaders. Not the heart of the league. Her attempt to silence them becomes the spark of rebellion. Coaches speak out. Former legends speak out. Even referees leak anonymous messages. This has gone too far. Locker rooms break down emotionally. One player sobs, "We gave everything, and they treated us like enemies." Another whispers, "I didn't ask for fame. I asked for respect." Social media, on fire. Sponsors, furious. The league, cornered.
These are numbers when people talked about at the beginning of the season, the high tide lifts all boats or whatever, basically. Like, if you buy into this, everybody is going to eat. Yet you had people fighting tooth and nail the entire season, not wanting it to be this way because other people weren't getting flowers, or she was getting too much attention, or she gets a special whistle, or I'm gonna check her off the ball here just because. And then her teammate cheers for her for throwing her on the ground. It didn't get better. And it's disappointing to me because it's not every player in the WNBA. And I'm sure that there are many players who are happy to have her in the league. And it's like, if it was my league and somebody was coming in and bringing millions of people, like, I would be excited about that, because you know what? That's a chance for me to impress millions of people who weren't watching.
Sponsors flood HQ with calls. What is happening? Who is responsible? The pressure becomes unbearable, and Adam Silver finally steps forward with a message that echoes through the entire league. The players deserve protection. The league deserves honesty. And this ends now. A full board meeting is called. Adam presents everything. Every message. Every recording. Every witness. Every detail. Then he delivers the final blow. Cathy Engelbert is removed from her position. Effective today. The room erupts. Some cheer. Some scream. Some just sit in stunned silence. But Adam isn't finished. He takes the podium and declares, "The WNBA will rebuild with the players." Fans celebrate. Players return. Sponsors rejoin. A new message rises from the ashes. This league is strongest when its players are allowed to shine. Adam Silver steps to the microphone one last time. No fear. No threats. No targeting. Only basketball. The camera fades. The story ends. And the WNBA, even in this fictional universe, is changed forever.